them, and then they fell behind me.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head to head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the RaceKraft Simulations V8 Vets Split 4 Friday Night Chook Raffle coming from Portland, Oregon in the lovely west coast of the United States of America. I am John Van Ree. With me in the raffle, helping me do the call of the numbers tonight, we have Mr. Sean Slater, Ross Watson from over the other side of the ditch, the godfather himself, Mark Dial, and a blast from the past has come and joined us tonight, Mr. Cameron Veacock. How are we, gentlemen?
We must still be in here because there's a rumour around Dave Bulldog winning.
Oh, it's a rumour. It's a rumour. We'll wait and see. He's sitting third in the championship at the moment. It's funny you brought that up. There he is, sitting third on 491, equal points with Mr. Jeff Sanford. Caio Kinzel, who I'm going to start calling Ayrton, our local Brazilian we've got in the split at the moment, sitting in P1. He's leading off Mike Coraliff, the 17-year iRacing veteran, sitting on 507 points. David Baldock sitting in third. It still doesn't sound right, but he's there and he's up and about with Jeff Sanford on equal points. Tommy DeWitt, he is sitting in fifth. Rob Baxter in sixth. Pete Kelleher in seventh. Brad Grant in eighth. Ernie Toth in ninth. 10th is Dave Holly. Braden O'Loughlin is 11th. Kevin O'Neill 12th. Darren Vermey 13th. Craig Rose, Charlton, Buckland, Walden, Leslie Wright, and Shane Patterson rounds out the top 20. So it is a very, very tight competition yet. Still no drop rounds counted. We might chuck one in at the end after next race just to make it a little bit more interesting to look at. Let's have a look at this Portland track. It is new on the iRacing service. This is only the second season it has been up. We start on the start-finish straight and we head down into the chicane, the 1, 2, 3 complex. Very, very tight. Going to be very fun in lap 1, turn 1. That's all I can say looking at it. But we come out of turn 3 and then we go through the triple apex of turns 4 and 5. Sweep around through 6, which is an off-camber corner, making it quite tricky. Then we go into 7, where for some reason someone decided to widen the track out. So it makes it very inviting to have different lines and people to have a crack. We then sweep through turn 8, where we then come up against the wall. Few people over the curb, few people staying away from the curb. And you can see what sort of lines everybody takes through there. Turn 9 is very tricky because you're doing it at super high speed and the car is unsettled, of course, coming out of 8. Then we come down the back straight and then we sweep into, what do the numbers in yellow mean? Numbers in yellow, I believe, off the top of my head looking at it, are the points behind that you are. Then we come down into turn 10, a very fast corner, 4th gear, back it bound into 3rd, into 11th, into the 11th corner, and then we sweep through turn 12 back onto the drag strip. Very, very tricky corner, different lines, and have to be very careful to get the power down very quick and successfully to get a good run and an opportunity to get past somebody going down into turn 1. Very short track. I think it was about 1:11. So very, very tough place to race, very tough place to get around. So I don't know how you boys found it, but I thought it was a very, very difficult place.
It was busy. Really have to make sure you hit your marks every.
Yep. And turn 4 was very easy to run off a wide.
Yeah, coming up over the hill, getting too greedy.
And can you go live, John?
What's that?
Can you go live?
Can I go live?
Share your screen live, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, that one. It's all right. There's so many buttons to press in this thing. It's not funny. Make sure we get the right one. I'll keep talking. No, we're up. It's this one here. We're up and running. Righto. So we are going to have a quick look at the grid now, and this might have some very interesting things in it as well. As Caio Kinzel from We Race has taken pole with a 1:13.007. Great time there, and he is doing very, very well. And he shares the front row with Team AJR's Brad Grant. Second row of the grid, Infinity Motorsports, Justin Wood and Pete Kelleher. So 2 of the boys that have dropped down are on the second row. And then we go into the third row with Jeff Sanford from Player One, and he lines up alongside Darren Friend. Darren's been knocking on the top 10 all season so far in quali, so great to see that. Then on the fourth row, we have Daniel Schaefer from Omen Racing lining up alongside Tommy DeWitt from WKMP. On the fifth row, Rob Baxter from CX2 Reality Racing lines up alongside Darren Vermey from 1MLT. That is a cracking time for Darren. Great to see him get a qual in the top 10. And then we move on to the sixth row with Braden O'Loughlin for Frog Leap Juiced Racing, lining up alongside Vaughan Robinson from Southern Cross Racing. Great result from him. Good qualifying, absolutely cracking job to put himself there. And then we go on to the seventh row, Dave Holly from Player One. Great result from him. And then we line up alongside Michael Korolev from Oceanic Sim Racing. Jeff Eddy, your wife said you can buy the Harley with all the accessories. Sits in 15th from Team AJR. He lines up alongside the Richard Burns World Rally Champion, Simon Black himself. He is sitting in 16th. Great to have Simon in racing, lining up behind Korolev. So it'll be interesting to see what he can do. I said it was a bit of a goat track, so rally expertise might come in handy here. In 17th, we got Sam Muppet lining up alongside Simon Pitt from Southern Cross Racing. Great result from Pitty to get himself into the top 20. Neil Waters from Player One sits in 19th, and he lines up alongside on the 10th row, Doug Wright from Old Mates and Sons. On the 11th row is Anthony Rivet from SLS Racing alongside Glenn Wilbo from Omen Racing. And then on the 12th row is Darren Freer lining up alongside Fishy Motorsports, Peter Morris. And we go over the page. We've got Greg Shelton, my favourite Dutchman from Mustang, North Queensland, lining up alongside Anita Buckland from Old Mates and Sons. And then David Baldock, the man sitting third in the championship, back in 27th. I do believe he may have had a tooth pulled on Wednesday that could be affecting his performance. He may be drug induced. I'm not sure. He might come in later and tell us if he can still speak. We'll find out later.
Oh,
We race from We race as Kevin O'Neill sits in 28th, and then on the 15th row is Michael Gillespie from Tulip Racing and Tim Vermey. What was that, Mark?
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And then on the 16th row, we've got Phil Marsh from PJM lining up alongside Phil Whiting from Whiteman in that row there. And, of course, that is the battle of the Phils. And then Sean Slater didn't set a quality time. I believe you had a headache.
We are agreed because I escaped last week.
I would have just taken the headache.
Well, I had that too, but
Sean Vandermeulen has a broken wrist, so he has given up his split one duties and has come down to help Bruce. I haven't updated the data on him, so he's representing 9.5 Sim Sports in split one, but he's representing Race Control here in split four. Darren Walden, another one who didn't get a time on the grid, not sure why. We'll come back to that later. Ashley Hall is on the row there as well, and we go over the page. And we finish up with Will Munro. Now, this is controversial. He spent 45 minutes in qualifying. Now, there is a rule in the regulations about going in the wrong split. Now, I do believe that there may be a DSQ coming for Will Munro in split three. We have to wait and see what happens when the sheets go up later, when DC's got them sorted. Very, very interesting, but also very interesting to see that he only set the fifth fastest time in practice as well. I thought being split three driver might have been a bit higher. Marty Hughes is our safety car driver. Craig Rose from Quantum Racing was on the back of the grid without a time, and David Logsdale as well. That is the grid. Only 40 cars tonight. We had, less than 40, 38 cars. 37 cars because of Will. And I'd probably say being a new track, a few people probably not keen to buy it because a few people were saying it wasn't the greatest circuit of all. And we have quite a few people away making the most of getting away from the cold weather and going on holidays. And school holidays as well chipped in.
Sounds like they couldn't sort the track to me.
It was a good track. And don't forget, if you need practice for any new tracks, our good mate Michael Stewart does his Monday night coaching, so make sure you get yourself into that if you can.
It's very helpful. I still do the replays that he puts up.
So any thoughts on the grid, boys?
Don't get into trouble, turn one lap on.
Yeah,
immediately turn one stands out. To me, it was like, here we go. This is going to be fun.
Yeah.
We were told not. If we jumped that corner on the right-hand side at turn one, caused an accident, I don't know if it was the same for the split.
Oh, it's pretty simple. If you read the regs, you would be well aware that it's the white lines on the edge of the track that make the surface. So if you go over the ripple strip there on turn one, you are off track. So if you go off track and then barrage into somebody, it's an unsafe rejoin. So you needed to be aware of those things. And same thing with the exit out of turn 7 into turn 8, where you went over the ripple strip to 9. Same thing again, you're actually off track. So things to be careful about. Big shout out to everybody in the chat as well before we get going. Great to see so many of you guys out there, including the Cadman himself, up and flying again with his set square. Absolutely love it. I still have it, actually. There we go. The Cadman himself, he's out there. Good to have you with us, Nath. And as we continue on, we might light the wick on this one. Where is Pato? Pato was doing some gardening duty. He was feeling very, very left out based on the sacking of Christian Horner. So WKMP thought we would do the same thing just to make Pato feel a bit like Christian, make him feel like he was with a Spice Girl. So we put Pato out the garden duties for the Portland round. So he was actually in doing a bit of spotting, which was quite good. We will continue on. We will light the wick on this one. This is going to be a bit of fun for me because this lap one's going to be turn one. It's going to be a bit of quick clicking. Righto, let's get going. We'll light the wick on this. Sean, if you're out there, I did check the volume. It should be good enough. If it's not, I will turn it down. Right, let's get going, guys, and we'll get running.
Light them up.
They're being held. We were held for a long time, and we're away. Pete Kelly a bit slow out of the back there. Great start from Brad Grant. He continues down into turn 1. He's going to get the jump on Caio. He's got the lead. He's gone in hot. He's spun.
Oh, no.
He's going to go a bit further back.
Two others.
Another one's been spun. And we've got 2 cars sitting there stationary, waiting to go. We'll mute that. So that's 2 cars there. Having a fair bit of difficulty, but it is our favourite Brazilian, Caio Kinzel. He has got himself away off to a good start. So Caio leading the championship, absolutely rocking it here. Jeff Sandford, the man sitting in 3rd, equal 3rd with Bulldog. He is in 2nd, absolutely cracking. Justin Wood from Infinity, he is sitting in 3rd. Daniel Schaefer up 3 spots, Ron Baxter up 4 spots. That is a great start for Little Backs. And then we go to Tommy DeWitt in 6th, Darren Friend, Darren Verme. Michael Coraliff up 5, Moses has done it again. Simon Blacks, obviously, is tucked in behind him. Obviously went rallycross in turn 1. He is doing rather well. And Vaughan Robinson up 1 as well. That rounds out our top 11. But it is very tightly contested here in the mid-pack. These boys absolutely flying.
Yeah, unfortunate for Brad there at the start. He got the jump and then just skipped up and fallen back through.
Not the only one back there. To say. So Schaefer under pressure from Baxter. Baxter under pressure from DeWitt. Lap 2 here. It's a great little tight circuit. As we jump on the nose here of Tommy. You can see the off-camera corner. Then we come in here. The track just widens out to this massive width. Gotta get the
right there.
good passing spot, but you got to be brave. You boys going wide. Tommy cuts the corner. The car getting a little bit unsettled through the sweeper of 9. Down into 10 over the ripple. Cut it down.
You could actually cut those quite a lot without an off track.
Oh, look, I found you had to put the wheel on the inside of the ripple strip.
Yeah.
To help it turn around. Kinzel get off to the lead. Sanford in 2nd still. Baxter, he is gone slow into there, into turn 2. The wit all over the back here. Baxter under a lot of pressure, and he's gone deep. He's off. He's gone grass cutting. Got hot in the kitchen. That is Simon Black going past. He's dropped all the way back behind Vaughan Robinson. In with Dave Holly. That is a big move there.
Boys are moving in the background there.
Boys are moving. A few others coming down into 7. Free are under a bit of pressure from Bulldog. Is that Gillespie. Breer in trouble. Car's hurt. Off the track. Smart move. Get it out of the lane. Try and lift it back to the pits. All happening. All happening on lap 4.
Don't know how you guys still manage to miss Dave Bulldog 3 weeks in a row now.
Moving forward. He's moving forward. He's got 3 spots.
There's still plenty of time yet.
He's coming. Yeah, that's what I reckon. Brad Grant making his way back through. He's making a few spots up. Alongside Jeff Eddy. Bulldog in the background. What could go wrong here, he reckons? Lap 4, Greg Sholton. There's Greg. Greg under a bit of pressure back here as well. I think I might have missed that one. That was another pass that happened.
Yeah,
As we-
the one thing I have
Right.
is the amount of lines around this track. I'm not sure what the other spots are like, but there's different lines for almost every corner.
Yeah, particularly 12 and 1, 12, 2 and 7, and 9, absolutely different lines. Simon Black here, tucked in behind. Oh, it's between Simon Black, Mike Corliff, both have 17 years in iRacing. Oh, hang on to it, Vaughan. Managed to keep it going. Tyres will be a little bit hot though. He's got the Baxter behind him. And yep, into the grass. Yep, lost his rhythm, I think, going into turn 1.
That was Baxter's pressure.
Baxter's pass of the century. That's Holly going through. No Lachlan now in the mix here. Vaughan driving well though, up in the top 12.
It's one of those ones you just had to stay patient. Long corners. And stay off that curb on the left-hand side, going onto the straight.
That is gold. Definitely pushing on here. He's under a little bit of pressure though. And lap 6 now. That's KC. Big talking point this week has been all about tensioning belts. And of course, this man tells them, Mr. Neil Waters from Player 1. He's putting a lot of pressure on Braden. This is a good little battle pack, this one. And he's just gone into, disappeared on me. Come back, Neil. He's just gone.
I think he's had a ping pit, has he?
Yeah, yes. Hasn't, we're still in scenic, and he's back, and he's off. I still got to see what I want to see. Watch the rejoin, watch the rejoin. He gets it back on nicely. Bit of battling going on behind there with Dougie Wright, Peter Morris. Lots happening at the moment. We'll stay back here with this battle pack between Wright and Morris. Hey Pete, having a good little battle here. Definitely all happening.
The other critical part was getting it out and straight over that bump onto the drag strip. Otherwise you set yourself up for coming down to turn 1 here.
Just having a look on the inside. Goes that very shallow line. Gets across the curb. A little bit of contact. He spun himself. There's a bit of a spin. Kevin very lucky out of the way. Oh, a few people going left, right. Beautiful circle. He's got himself going again. And time life 10 wasn't too bad. Wasn't too bad. And Pete lost that rhythm now. I'll go back up, look for another battle, go back to Neil Waters. He's battling away with Vaughan Robinson in a bit of a Southern Cross sandwich. So using all that curb, hanging the wheel on the inside even. Then this one with the off cam, but you just had to get it that little bit right and get the power down. Didn't want too much wheel spin.
Yeah, that's on that wall on the left-hand side.
Out on the wall, Neil coming in, I think to show the nose a little bit. And you want to try and get as late as you can in here, cut across, get close to the wall as you can, brake down to second, get around, back into third. Get the gears, try and stay off the curb there. Make sure you don't hit the grass. And then here you get it back to third, just roll it round. Juggle the throttle a little bit, tap the brakes here to get the nose in. A little bit of rubbish on the track, really get the nose in here because of the off cam. You should be touching that curb, staying tight, no need to go so far across. Coming down, get it out to the left, pull it back down, in third again, clip the ripple strip a bit more, gets the nose, gets going here. Does he go outside or inside? He goes inside. He's got to watch his car being a little bit unsettled. Watch that you don't lose the rear going wide there, down into fourth, down in here, into fourth. Like the car in front, get over the curb, you're back to third, roll it into third again. Get a nice exit here. You start feeling the wheel spin up into fourth. A little bit of a twitch. He's away. And definitely not a bad lap for Mr. Waters. As we move on to lap 9. Where is Mr. Slater?
That's the thing, probably.
Here he is.
I didn't mean that. Sorry.
That was a commentator's curse. He slapped the fence. Considering you
I'm about to make a big mistake here because I've got there's a Darren behind me. I'm watching him closely. What I didn't realise that I've got a cut track, so I had a timer running on me, and it was about here or so. I thought 3 seconds to lose 3 seconds, so I basically slammed the brakes on. And, oi.
Darren's gone there as well.
Yeah. And then I've got a penalty, so that was the end of that.
Rough.
There it is. Slam the brakes on.
Disappear. Where's Wilbo? Wilbo in the background here. Hey, Wilbo, he was catching. He was a bit quick through here. Last lap, he was 2 seconds quicker than myself. And he found the wall. Heading down pit lane. Someone missing a front end there as well.
That's me.
A bit happening all around the place. Jump back up the front. Daniel Schaefer in fourth. DeWitt in fifth. Sanford in third. In second, still Jeff doing very well. So all happening around the track. I'll get that up. And definitely a tough circuit. As we move on to lap 10. Just going to jump on. Darren Vermey sitting in 7th, started 10th. Great result from him, under a bit of pressure from the Corolith.
Nice board.
He's doing well. Hey, 2 OSR cars swarming behind you.
Can't tell who's behind you if you're not looking behind you.
Of course, for us old timers that did OSR Dev, this is nothing new, having Corolith in and about.
Too true.
But for these new guys, it would be very daunting having Mike running around.
No.
Oh, Darren.
It's unfortunate. He's doing really well there.
A little bit of pressure. Still going though. Cars off. Didn't touch the wall. Nice moves out of the way to get up pace. He's only lost 2. Back in the battle. Head down. Go again. Simon Black still tucked up behind Corolith though. So boys working very well in a team here. Definitely.
Not too far behind you. Got Baxter sniffing.
Yeah, Baxter's in there. We've got a good little battle pack with Petty, Vermey, Waters. As we start lap 12.
Michael up 7. Neil Waters up 6. And Kevin O'Neill, Neil Waters have been massive improvers.
Yeah, Kevin's driving well. Kevin driving very well. sort of battled with Kevin for a while during the race, and it was just like, yeah, this guy has got it. He's only going to get quicker from here. So, state of play at the moment, Caio Kinzel, our race leader. He's now got a 5.6 second gap. Definitely starting to look like he's buying himself a ticket to split 2. No, split 3. Oh, won't stir him up like that. Buying a ticket to split 3. Sanford sitting at equal third in the championship with Bulldog, absolutely stamping his authority over Bulldog here, sitting in second. Justin Wood on the board in third, doing very well. Bit of a disco the other week, so good to see him still back up at the pointy end. Schaefer up 3. And he is definitely got himself under a bit of pressure with Tommy DeWitt. So Tommy driving quite well here. Qualified well. Car looking quite good. Darren Friend. He's still in the top 10, still sitting in 6th. Great drive from Friendy. He's got to be pretty happy with that. Coraliff, Black and Baxter and O'Loughlin round out the top 10. Jeff Eddy's all the way back in 18th. He's under a bit of pressure. He's got the Bulldog behind him. Could this be the moment of the race where Bulldog starts the run?
Hey, why not? Because you're behind him.
Do you want to, yeah? Oh, Jeff, don't give it up like that. Don't give him freebies. Mind you, I was happy to take one. And Anita gets around the outside as well. Jeff, still Carroll straight. Can't complain. Keep it going. Move it forward. Looking for some more battles. Might jump back here. Marshy in a bit of a battle with Anthony Rivet. Good to see Marshy going around. Wearing the over 70s banner. We'll talk about the over 40s a bit later. Do a quick check on the number of entries, and we've got to make a call on whether we run it or not. So if you haven't entered, get your entry in for the over 40s. The broadcast on the battle. Oh, we want to see the battle. Here's the battle. Seems you asked nicely.
Oh.
There he is. There he is. I do believe somebody was humming the Joyce music in our Discord at about this stage. Twitch from Bulldog.
He's feeling the pressure.
I think at this stage he was missing his tooth.
I can feel the element. I'm missing a few of mine.
Hits the curves nicely. Gets it in here. Try to get the power down. Oh, a little bit of twitch. Out to the fence. Hug the fence.
He's made it clear. He's not going to make it easy.
Starting to read the rubbish he's got on the back of the car. Like, hey, decent logo on the back of the car, a sheepdog. And the word Kathy.
Wouldn't take much to wipe it off though.
Now, come on, Mark. What's the rule? What's the number one rule of teammate of being in a team? You don't hit your teammate.
Is he a teammate? Really?
I'm being nice. Look at that. Take a better line out wider here. Can I get the better drive now? Here we go. Good drive coming down.
Just taking his long-size rubs in as well.
Right up the backside, 0.3. Here we go. A little bit rolling in. Here's a cab. Right up the backside again. Let's see if I get the drive this time. Decision whether I did do an undercut. That was also the thought process. I think a few boys have. We've got Sanford, Baxter and Waters in. There you go. We'll come back to that battle a bit later, Nathan. Jump back up. Schaefer, he's under a fair bit of pressure from Friendy now.
Like the end of battle for the NASCAR. John Rand Bulldog.
Just gonna quickly. Where's Grant? Brad Grant. He's still trying to fight his way back through. He's back in 22nd.
Has he pitted?
No, he hasn't pitted yet. He's putting a fair bit of pressure on Dave Holly here. So I reckon probably a little bit of red mist driving as well. And a little bit hot as well. That's, you can call that the redress. Play on. It is tough getting into that corner. Robinson and Black into the lane. Starting to see a few go one or two earlier. Jump back up. Schaefer and Friend, that was the battle we were looking at just before. And still tucked behind Bulldog.
Basically, 21 was if you were going to do even split, wasn't it?
Don't do an even split, lap 18 you'd be in. So be in about now. Like a few guys, you could push about 19 out of your tank, out of your 50 litres. But then the big question was, how many did you put in? So I think the even split was 55 litres. And I think a few boys put in very little. As you can see down the back there, a couple of 12s and 10s. And then a few guys went the full length. So it was an interesting mix of pit stops when I was looking last night in the race. Who was around me, and who I was actually battling with and who I wasn't, based on these pit stop times.
Yeah, I took quite a bit in my first stop. With Excel.
Yeah, I went 65, I think. I think Baldy went 75. Not sure what Tommy went. But yeah, it was just needed to just do that a little bit different. And I thought, go that a little bit more, get a late safety car, set you up for a quicker stop. So seeing the leaders in now, Caio is in, Woodsy, DeWitt, Darren Friend is our race leader.
He's gone for the winner. 1 point.
Yeah. Friendy out in front by himself.
Where's up at the end of the season?
All that's up, exactly right. Coral Lift's gone with him. Simon Pitt sitting in third. So definitely getting to the interesting part of the race now. Oh yeah, Strat will definitely start the plateau. Oh, hang on to it, Darren. That's not the fastest line through 6. And of course, the pit stop just about put your lap down here as well. There, Jeff filled to the top. You see Sanford 35.2. Let's fill it all up, son. Of course, filling it to the top. Of course, it was going to get you about 36 laps worth of fuel. To almost get you home. So as we see Friendy come in, Coral Lift come in, what does Pitty do? He's going to go one more. So Pitty gets the bonus point. A great drive from Simon. Southern Cross boys. Definitely showing some good speed here at Portland.
Saving fuel for the planet.
You could say that.
I'm just jealous because I can't save fuel.
Seen a few more in now. Baldock is in. Vermeer is in. So, going to see 28-second stop for Van Ree, and I think Baldock goes a little bit longer, I think. So that's where the overtake happened. The pass of the century happened in pit lane. They're starting to see everyone start to shuffle out. So pit Vermate, Darren going the extra lap as well. But it'll all come down. You can see on the screen there, we've got the pit time. So we see Caio stopped for 29, Justin Wood for 24. So add another 5 seconds to the 13 to Caio. Nita's still got to stop. Darren Walden only stopped for 12. I might see if I can get the lap in there as well, just to make it a bit more interesting. There we go. As we can see, Pitty going into the pits, Darren Walden into the pits. Caio will become our new race leader when he crosses the stripe. But we can see lap 18, Walden hasn't actually pitted because it was at the start of the race. Buckland hasn't pitted yet either. But we can sort of see Sanford went a little bit early, went for the undercut. Black went for the undercut. Corliff's gone long. Waters went for the undercut. So a few boys playing the undercut here as Caio has to deal with a bit of lap traffic. Justin Wood tucked up behind him though. So it would have been nerve-wracking for these boys up the front dealing with traffic and having a race going on behind. I know I was quite conscious on my relatives, looking for guys coming through that were battling. I didn't really want to be in their way. But at the same time, I was in a few good battles myself. So you've got to be a bit careful how you play all that, as we'll get rid of the data. Yeah, the field fairly well split out at the moment. Doug Wright, jump in here with him. He's under a fair bit of pressure from Vaughan Robinson behind. Henry in the mix here as well. And Henry after that lap 1, turn 2, back up to 14th after the first stop. Nicely settled in here. Has a look at right. Gets the job done.
Nicely done.
Very nicely done. And of course Simon Pitt getting involved in this battle as well. Baldock Vermate 2 seconds behind with Baldock, so fairly tight battle still in this mid-pack. Leaders have all spread out a bit. As we start lap 22. The leaders starting to get a lot of traffic. They're starting to work their way up through the field. Hey, Pity though, he's having a look now. Do you go left, do you go right? Interesting, people cutting the corner there at 9, or at 8, sorry. He's going to go back. Baldock, he's in the thick of it here with Eddie. Jeff Eddie and Tim Vermate. Could this be the point where Baldy lifts his game up, goes a second faster a lap, gets himself back in front?
That's a good line through there, Dave.
Of course, had a bit of fun here on Saturday night with Dave during Oz Sprints. You haven't checked out Oz Sprints yet, I highly recommend it. They do the short races, hit style racing on Sundays and Tuesdays. I think Saturdays and Tuesdays. Saturdays, it's just the damage is turned off. It's just learn the track, have a laugh. And I think Tuesday nights, I haven't done any Tuesday nights with them, but they have a bit just as much fun with that.
Who's running that, John?
Michael Hayes runs that with Marshy.
Oh, nice.
If you're interested, let me know and I'll get you a link to their Discord. It's just fairly casual. It is on the guise of the old style of vets. Everybody jumps in the chat, in the same chat. A bit of banter, a bit of fun, particularly on a Saturday night. Good way to learn a track with a few cars around you. Good way to learn how to punt Bulldog off without damaging your own car. A bit of fun for everybody. And of course, the other one on a Tuesday night, if you haven't noticed it already either, is ASR, Alliance Sim Racing. They race on Tuesday nights as well. A lot of Vets boys in that series. Well worth a look as well if you're looking for something to do. They race the Vets setup, race on the Vets track for the Thursday night. So a bit of practice for everybody.
You're a Kiwi, don't forget about Supercars NZ.
What? Never heard of it.
If you're a Kiwi, don't forget about Supercars NZ, so at least get one early night.
You're talking about that other Eastern estate again, aren't you?
Yeah, East Australia.
Yeah,
Got the two islands.
that's the one. Northeast and Southeast Australia.
Well, realistically, it's only Auckland, and then it's West Bush.
It's just like every other Auckland's just like every other capital city in the world. You got a true NZ experience. Go down south.
Oh, if you want to meet nice people, yeah.
I think been to a lot of major cities around the world, and they're all. Oh, hang on to it, Caio. They're all the same diversity. I think the most British thing I had when I went to London was the steward at British Airways leaving the aircraft saying "Cheerio, sir." And then the rest of it, I think the motel I stayed at in Queen's Park was run by a Spanish family, and yeah.
Got you seen someone punch you hackers.
Yes. Well, anyway, enough about me. Continue on. Let's pick another battle. We'll go back here. O'Neill, as I said, he was in the thick of it early. Robinson up behind. This was great battling. Like Kevin O'Neill is driving really, really well. Like, I was putting a lot of pressure on him, and then Vaughan was putting a lot of pressure on me.
You know, I'm absolutely tip of the hat to him. Over the last couple of seasons, he's really come on strong.
And so is Vaughan, to be honest.
Sorry, was that Vaughan?
Behind me, yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
he's come
no,
on as well, yeah. Use that curb, get the wheel on the inside, hook it in.
Stop. Don't miss the apex on that one.
Yeah, you know about if you do.
Oh yeah.
I might jump on, we might do a lap on the gyro with Vaughan. Full noise. Nicely down into third, into second. Probably a little bit fraction too early.
Yeah,
Kevin was trying to push me back into Vaughan. Nice front, Kevin, nice front. Into third, nicely rolls it through. Bit more.
stop.
It's looking good. He's doing all right here.
Down the inside. Do it. Oh. stay off that one. Well done.
Well, so he clipped the curve there, so you can see he got himself unbalanced. That hurt. Cost him
Either
a
gotta
couple of
go-
lengths.
You either got to go over it or go around it. I reckon.
Yeah, can't touch it.
Yeah, I found it quicker to cover it and stay against the wall. You get your foot into it for longer.
Also meant the guy behind you didn't get the run too. The cat behind you.
Well, that's not a bad lap from Vaughan. There's a nice little look there. Can he be sick of seeing that Pecky's logo by now?
Have
Maybe
you guys
a loose.
rolling around in bed there?
What's that? I was, yeah.
You guys? Oh yeah.
Uh,
I was going the fourth and then back to third just before you took the right hander.
Third through here. Even a bit shallower this time, so try and look for the good run.
Here. Take it squared off and go.
Oh, yeah, you can see how the little bit of a twitch, a little bit of oversteer or understeer, you get yourself in a lot of trouble, lose a lot of distance.
Yeah. Very easy to overdrive this track.
It's going to go back, check out our friend Mr. Bulldog. He's progressing forward, he's up 8 spots now. He's on a charge. Still got Tim Vermey in front of him though. Jeff Eddy behind.
Still must be able to see split 2 from race 7.
Had the sponsor in before the race. Came in, told him what he's going to get if he finishes third, second or first in the championship. So I thought he would be a little bit more motivated than this.
Just going to get a new pony.
Oh no. You'll be getting plenty of sheepdog if it happens. It's like one of those bets that you make that you know you're not going to lose.
I have full faith in him.
There was a sighting of Blake Warboys last night though too, so which makes me think Blake might not be driving the car tonight. 4, I think. I'm not sure. Went down 1 on what it was set, Justin. That's all I did. But I always do that just to try and look after the tyres that little bit more. Here we go.
Yep,
Kevin
got it.
O'Neill under pressure now. Gets up alongside. No, he's in front. Yes. Look at that.
Well done.
Look at that.
Look,
Correct, Nathan?
but JVR's not ready to give it up for the season.
Oh, blue. Someone else is running the blue Mustang. WKP. Bulldog can't run it.
No, I thought you meant, I was talking about the fight.
A fight.
We'll give him a three race head start.
Yeah. Oh, I'm missing 2 more. Got a work thing in Port Macquarie on the 21st of August and got a wife thing the week before, so he's baldy though. He still hasn't got himself past Timber, mate. Anyway, he's up and about, unlocking his tooth.
I wonder what the tooth fairy's for.
Oh, here we go. It's on. It's happening. I believe it was sheepdog.
Once you get past a certain age, it's an invoice that the crew brings you.
Get tight. Too tight.
There's Darren Walden in the thick of this as well here. Tim going to get shuffled out a little bit here. And then, of course, you got Caio in the mix to this. This would have been hard work for Caio coming into these battles.
Yeah, look at that track map. There's not many parts of the track that are empty.
Well, that's exactly right. Just going to jump back on with Vaughan Robinson again. I can see cars are everywhere. See Van Ree tucked up behind Waters. Go a bit further back. You got Wright Robinson tucked up behind O'Neill. They're definitely a tight bunch here.
What? For Vaughan?
He's having a look.
Chris?
Good run.
Stay off that curb. That curb on the left too, that I sort of send a few people. Defended by Kevin too.
A good little battle here though. Kevin working hard. Getting the run onto the straight. Who's going to show the nose on the inside? He's having a look here. Has he got the legs?
To the side draft.
Go the brakes. He gets in there, slides in. Kevin lives in the space. A little hot, I think. Over the curb. Kevin comes back at him. Oh!
Stay in it. Oh no.
Does he stop? No. Did the safe move. Can't jump up the front. Caio, he's under a lot of pressure from Justin. Woodsy putting a bit of pressure on him there as well.
Look at their knobs. Has Justin stopped? He would have, surely.
Yeah, Justin stopped. This is a legit battle. Robinson in front here, so dealing with traffic. Robinson putting the pressure back on to Baldock. Kinzel coming through. As Jason knows, Robinson keeps out of the way. Kinzel now hunts down Baldock in front. He's the next one. Yeah, you can change the throttle map during the race. It's about one of the only things, throttle map and brake bias, about the only adjustments we can make. Oh, Baldock gets out of the way. Probably gave Caio a bit of a heart attack there.
The complete race from KS so far.
Baldock. Oh, Baldock under attack from behind as well, so a little bit difficult in terms of letting past Woodsy. And Woodsy's past now as well. Nathan, is it bad sportsmanship to pass the driver in front if they slow for blue flags in a bad spot?
Hell no.
Oh, it is a little bit. I think I did have an opportunity on someone and I backed out of it because I thought, you know, they got caught out. Like if they make the overtake happen in a ridiculous spot, then yeah, they probably deserve to be passed. Yep. But if it's, you know, they get caught in a bad spot, you know, and they're interrupting, no, it's a good battle already going on. It's probably not the nicest thing to do, but yeah.
Comes down to watching the
Dan, yes, Dan, you can set it on a dial. I do have it set on the stream deck as a button.
Really, the two people that do VR, but they're having a lot of issues with it at the moment. With blanking out screens.
What's that, Mark?
Question from Nathan there, who does V8s with VR.
Yeah, VR. There's quite a few guys who does it, who do. I know Michael Stewart Greg Sharp, Russell Uren. So there's a few, and there's a lot of others, but there's 3 names come to mind straight away. So there's a few blokes out there using VR. There's a lot of guys that don't use VR because of the fact that they get motion sickness from it. And it's always that adage, do you go VR or triples?
I love it for VR. I can't. The immersion of being in the car. It's, I'll put up with the issues.
It's sort of the lack of overlays is probably the main thing that the guys struggle with. But you know, I'm racing and half crew chiefing at the same time for the other boys, asking me silly questions like, "Has he pitted yet? How much fuel did he take?"
Work it out yourself,
That's the miss, bro.
There's Bulldog. He's up 10 spots now. He's coming. I'll be getting worried, Caio. He's looking sharp here.
Has he done back to stop?
There's no second stop yet. Caio's still under pressure. These boys now starting to really fire up.
Is that looking good?
I think talking with a few of the boys, Nathan, a lot of it's braille. Oh, he's inside the car there. And his contact.
Bit of braille there.
Yeah, it's just muscle memory. Something like Wayne said, just remember where they are and big obvious buttons. Except for last week.
How about
How'd you find us?
So if you're first and second, yeah.
I'll be on my bias back too.
Yeah, had the bias back. Yeah, I'd probably say, Nath, probably not really kosher. Like, you know, it's not really a fair battle, but you'd hope the guy in P1's still defending with an eye in the mirror as well.
Look, Gadsy, he's past me like that.
Hey, Gadsy.
Jeebus,
Hang
Gadsy.
on, he might be building up. Might be building up to an apology. What would Max do? He would cry to Dad, who would then go and cry to Helmet. He would then go and cry to Oliver, who would then get Christian sacked. There you go. That answers that question.
The kid is quite quick at his mouth working, so. When you're changing shifts back, Gadsy, by the way.
Yeah, we need the Catman back. Get down Simon Pitt. He's putting a fair bit of pressure on the new right here. He's moving forward again. What would Roscoe do?
Fucking send it.
Finish
I'll
off.
do it.
Finish
I've
off.
done it before.
Finish.
I've been whacked.
No, let's get it right, Ross. You'd finish off if you can and then send it.
Yeah, I ain't got nobody here. My sheep drink my beer, so we'll finish it first. But you know, I've used the passing, like being lapped by a car and jumped in behind them to pass the guy in front of me.
Ross is too fast now. Come on, Fav. I know he's a big split 3 driver, but
No, it's just a lot of quick drivers in split 3 that are making them look good by being down the back. Isn't that right, Ross?
Oh, you guys all sandbagging.
so what you're saying is Roscoe's a misfit.
Yeah.
Where are we?
No, we're just letting him go up the front there so that
Hey,
he
Tommy
goes
DeWitt's
so
going the
we get out of
undercut.
our way.
Tommy DeWitt's going the undercut. Things are happening. Neil Waters has been passed by Van Ree. Van Ree into 11th. This is a bit of a worry. Keep an eye on that battle as it progresses. Darren Walden, he's putting pressure on Jeff Eddy.
Oh, left his mates behind him. I'm on the chat, bro. I don't even get into the bro channel.
That's his mate's time.
Plenty of AJR cars there. KO's gone in as well. Is he reacting to DeWitt? Interesting. Eddie's coming down the lane, so is Darren Freya. We go back. This is probably the nearest battle on track. New Waters working very hard here.
Hustling JBR.
Having a good look at the super cheap Pecky logos. I can't get a free plug-in, no one else can.
I can't even get one from Misfits because none of there's a racing channel.
Yeah, KO was worried of an undercut from Justin, so he reacted. The smart move. Well played, sir.
Yep. Is their track position opposed to style life in this?
Doesn't hurt to go the undercut being the man in front. As we move on to lap 41, I'm going to quickly see if I can find my friend Darren. Friend, where's he? I haven't seen him for a little bit. I think he pitted. He's done his second stop. I've been watching you drive, Caio. You just drive loose all the time, so the tyres shouldn't have made a difference. My friend, he's done the second stop. A little bit of lap traffic around him.
Yeah, I think KO is one of those that the only one in split forward know how to use 7 degrees of slip angle.
Definitely going to have to for split 2.
Yeah, you'll need it in split 2.
KO. Oh, Darren.
Oh.
No, nothing out there to hit. Unlike Long Beach, there's no walls. At lap 42 or 63 here, he gets going again. Verme and O'Neill are in the lane. There's Mr. Waters. He's still in the mix of the action here. Tommy DeWitt out of the lane there. So Tommy back in 10th. All happening at the moment. This is a battle for 8, 9 and 10.
Go for it.
Yeah, because he was coming. And
That'd
clips
be
the
saying,
curb. Bit of a slap in the Tommy. Off the curb. No, everyone's still going in the straight line, so can't complain too much. Lucky right though, getting in the action there. So at the moment, let's recap the race. Jeff Sanford, the gold member himself, holds to P1, still has to pitch. Schaefer up 13 spots. Simon Black. Of course,
Well done.
I said Richard Burns rally. Giving a chance, download it, play it. Not a bad game. If you think you're good enough, beat this bloke. He is a world champion on Richard Burns' rally. Fair effort. Rob Baxter in P4. Justin Wood, first of our 2 stoppers. Sorry, Yeah, first of our 2 stoppers. So he's managed to get the jump on Caio in that second stop.
What is it roughly down pit lane? Top up about 38.
Yeah, about 38. So hang on, let's just go. Pit time. We'll go pit lane time. So there you go. Caio was 53.1. Justin was 53.4 down the lane. And their pit time. Put it in perspective. Justin was 24.6, 24.7. So they stopped the same time, pretty much identical.
Track position and traffic then.
Yeah.
Well done, Justin.
Let's see what Sanford does coming down the back. Surely he's got to be due to come in the lane and pit about now.
Carrying on.
This lap.
This lap going on. And what is Schaefer? He's going on. Simon Black. What does he do? He looks like he's going down the lane. Baxter. Boy, who's that in the background? That was Kevin. Kevin doing a bit of rallycross. Needs to get some pointers from Simon Black, I think. Here we go. KO, I got a moment on pit exit. Cut T2 and got to slow down. There we go. That's what hurt him. Like Woodsy definitely doing well. Keeping the pressure on. And side by side with the Baxter. Oh, happening here. What's the Bax going to do? He's pushing. I think he wants the P1, I think.
The backs goes have a nice trip out there.
Oh. What he's doing is slowing up Woodsy, allowing KO into the battle.
Oh, he's going to back out.
Costs off
Well
for
done by all
place. He didn't
three
have
of
to back out. I was off for place.
That was well done by all 3 of them.
Got away with it.
Oh, Bax. That was epic. And someone coming out of the lane. A little way to go. They're just gonna go. Schaefer is in. Sanford stays out and keeps going. Baxter
Good
still
call.
to pit.
Well, Jeff's on 31 laps on these tyres now.
Fair distance.
Did you say 31?
Yep.
Yeah, he pitted lap 15.
Yeah, lap 15. So did Baxter. He pitted 15 as well. Robinson pitted 16. Kyle left pitted 19. He's still got a pit. So there's still a few out there to come down the lane. As I'm supposed to be on some other Muppet. Where did he go? Just to prove I'm human.
And John makes mistakes.
It's straightened up. It's getting the
Got away with it.
just getting the straighter exit of the turn 12. That's all. Getting the speedway exit. Sorry, the dragway exit.
Want to get on that drag strip.
Hey, definitely carrying on. Baxter into the lane now. Sanford's still out in front. So waiting for everyone to get all of their action done. And of course, we will go to Baxter. Baxter in the lane. Guess what? Drum roll. Not gonna believe what happened. He sped into the lane.
Oh no,
Rob. What are you doing, son? Let's go back. Someone's asked about Baldock. Here he is. He's in 23rd. He's done his second stop. This is where the charge comes here. Just under 20 laps to go. This is where he starts circulating about a second and a half quicker than KO. with Jeff Eddy. Phil Whiteman. I think Phil's may need to stop again.
Yeah, he does.
Darren Walden tucked up behind. It's lap 48. Not too many battles out and about at the moment, but Simon Pitt in a good little battle here with Neil Waters, Van Reed, Justin Wood. This is a classic example of you've got lapping traffic coming through, and you're in the middle of a battle. What do you do? It's never easy for the guy coming through, and it's never easy for the guys in the battle. As Neil just lets Woodsy through.
That's a hard one.
And of course, behind Woodsy is the one and only Caio Kinzel. So, no, there wasn't too many hairs splitting those blokes.
You don't want to be held up too much too with them behind you.
Yeah, it wasn't easy going as about the start of lap 50. What's happened to the gold member himself? We need to go check in on him. Where are you, Jeffrey? He is still out in P1. He hasn't pitted yet. He's driving very well. Trying the long approach.
Watch out for the same.
Could be on rims by the time he pulls in. 34 laps.
22 seconds ahead of Woodsy, so not going to have enough, but should be able to put some pressure on Corralith and DeWitt. And like that, he's coming in. Here comes Baxter for his drive-through penalty for speeding in pit lane. It's going to go back up the KO, tucked up behind Woodsy here.
You saying hello? Here I am.
Yep. Here I come again. Definitely in the thick of it. As we're on lap 50, how does Mr. Stanford come out of the pit lane? It's going to check on Jeff. Looks like he was a bit loose there out of turn 1. Cost him a little bit more time. The Corralift's gotten through. In the thick of lap traffic as well there. Justin doing well. We're copping a lot of pressure here.
Very clean driving from the whole split too.
Good Luke, easy to block, but the problem is when you're blocked, you lost a lot of time to the guy next car in front. Which then in turn brought others into the battle. I think everyone except for Corliff and Pete Morris have made their second stop. Trying to show a line out. He's going to get a look up the inside here. No, not quite.
No.
And there he does. Justin goes wide.
Just got in the marbles.
Very subtle mistake. Just enough to open the door up. As we get into the business end of the round now. It's going to go back. Schaefer tucked up behind DeWitt. This is the battle for 5th and 6th. Of course, Corraliff's still got a box. Of course, Corraliff leading the championship into this race. DeWitt having a Bit of traffic there as well with Whiteman. Schaefer gets through all right.
It'll be interesting to see where Mike comes out with where Simon was, because they were running together, but their strategies there and running apart. Second stint. It'll be interesting to see how they come together after the second stop.
Definitely will. We're going to go back. Brad Grant, he's putting a fair bit of pressure on Pitt in front of Waters. This battle fairly congested as well. It's lap 52. You see some good battles out there. Kevin O'Neill latched onto the back of this, not too far behind. Only 7 seconds down. Pitt under a lot of pressure from Grant. Of course, Grant started on the front row. Definitely pressure. I hope so. Here we go. Grant gets through on Pitt. Starting lap 53. He's going to go back a little bit further. Okay, on the inside there of Bulldog. I'm not sure who that was. It's Bulldog actually going on the inside. Simon Black passed. And coming in. Nice move, Morty. He's under a bit of pressure though. Anthony Rivet tucked up behind. I think Anthony might be a lap down though, so that's not really a battle. Doug Wright, another battle on track. He's got Dave Holly tucked up behind him. Holly putting a fair bit of pressure on. And of course the other main battle, Mr. Kinzel, Mr. Wood, they are still tightly tucked up as well.
Okay, Caio's just in his fastest lap of the race, 13-1.
To put that pace in perspective, they've lapped everybody up to P10. And Korolev into the lane. Just going to go back. Hopefully I haven't missed this. And I have. Mr. Bulldog. He's back in 22nd. I don't think he's going to win. Sorry for the false advertising. And the numbers going down. 30. 25. 20. I guess everyone was just here to watch Bulldog win.
Fan club's falling in a hole.
Well, when you go throw ridiculous numbers like that.
Oh, it's very hectic here. Bit of lap traffic. These boys in the thick of it. Lap 55, Tommy DeWitt. I may have missed something here as well with Tommy. I think I have. Let's go down to Simon Pitt. Let's see if I can not bugger it all up.
Bulldog greatest achievement on the track.
Yes. I have reminded him of that today.
just let me know when Sebring's on.
And Sebring's on, yeah, we'll get you back in the safety car. Oh, a bit of a brake lock up.
Oh,
Oh, Brad Grant's got a bit deep. Pit's gone. Oh,
oh no.
bit of action.
Okay.
Bit of action back there. As Grant comes out after all that. Not too bad. P11. Maybe a drive-through handed out to somebody for an unsafe rejoin, but Bruce isn't in here, so we won't talk about that. Hand on heart, eye cocked up. I'll accept it. I'll take the 5 licence points. I think it's coming. Apologies to Mr. Waters, Mr. Pitt, involved in that one. And of course Darren Verme as well. I'm just glad I straightened you up so you could keep moving forward in the top 10. I think the nicest bit was I didn't kill anyone, apart from my own pride. Still in front of Bulldog, so it's still a good night. Let's take the positives. As we move on to lap 57. Where is Mr. Bulldog? Speaking of Bulldog. Here he comes. Rob Baxter. He's got the backs behind him. It's all happening now. This is a big battle. These two boys in the top 5 of the championship. Battling over 23rd.
Just to get into that top 5.
Yep. Absolutely. And Darren Verme, he's under pressure from Brad Grant, of course. Brad started on the front row, so he would have a bit of pace about him. Dave Holly, he's battling away with Doug Wright still. So still a few battles around. We're getting to the point here. Still got that big one at the front. Caio nicely has himself positioned in front of Justin, keeping Justin honest.
I thought it was John Van Ree in front of Bulldog.
Oh, if you insist, we'll go back to Bulldog. In fact, we'll go back to backs. We'll go sit here for him in a second.
Wouldn't want anyone to dehydrate for the drink.
Can't have that. No Gutcher in the chat tonight. We did have a phone conversation with him last night. A busy boy. Doing 3 weeks of car testing, learning out how fun it is to drive an electric car in the rural parts of Australia. There you go, Bax is having a look here. Slap traffic as well.
Oh, that's tight. Oh no.
Baxter pushing him into the lapped car. That could have championship ramifications as well. Let's jump back up to here. Verme under pressure. It's going to go check on Baxter as well. Did he recover from that? He recovered in front of Bulldog. I think there may be some post-race points coming to that one.
Why don't you take your life? The stewards on that one.
Verme and Grant. Darren under a lot of pressure here. Great to see Darren in the top 10. Qualified well. Car a bit loose there though, heating those tyres up. Grant having a good look here. Oh, he slices the back. Whew. Rob was paid by Dial to do that.
I'm going to plead the 5th on that one.
Allegedly.
Grant's got past here. He's got the job done. There's Grant back into the top 10. Let's move on to that. Let's go check where Baxter is. And I've lost him. Where are you, Dave? Rob, there he is.
No, all I got to say there is check PayPal, Rob. You'll be right.
So Baxter, all right. It's going to go back Van Ree down the lane, so it's going to hurt. Caio's opened up a little bit of a gap here on Justin. It's nearly out to a second. Most it's been in the last 5 laps. Only 3 to go, or 3.5 to go. It's been an epic battle.
He's done well keeping within a second for this link.
It's good to see Justin saying sticking with him.
Kevin, yeah, didn't you read what I posted earlier in the week? 100 race points. Yes, Adrian, I am in the pits doing a drive-through penalty. Even I get those.
Can't you just push the button? Stay in the back, like.
Oops, wrong button.
That was Neil, I think. Neil, hang on to it.
Drift spec coming on the main straight.
Tyres might be a little bit cooked on that. Cal's got Tommy DeWitt. He's got Braden O'Loughlin tucked up behind him. Lachlan showing the nose. Of course, lap 61 to 63. We're getting to the business end of town now. 3 to go.
We haven't seen much of Braden tonight, but he's been quietly just plugging away. He's up 4 positions.
Yep.
What a good night.
And that's what you need for a finish on a championship.
Yeah.
It's nights like these where you take a bag full of points.
Yep. Not cost yourself driver's points, license points or something like that.
As we jump back up the front, these lads here still having an epic battle.
Yeah.
Caio looking a little bit comfortable though.
2 to go.
2 to go. The penultimate lap.
Sure, he wouldn't have minded that to be out to it for at least a second. Putting those lines quite nicely. Out that curve, boys.
Cussed him.
Yeah.
Of course, that lap traffic in the middle there. Ayrton's not comfortable at this stage. If you want to come jump in Discord, Caio, and say your shout outs, mate, you're more than welcome to. Let's go back. Simon Black. He's putting a lot of pressure on Daniel Schaefer, sorry. And this is the final lap. Black having a look. Look at this. Black getting racy. The man with the docile tones talks to the drivers in the V8 Pro Series, showing that he can do it. Having a look here. No, not going to get it done.
Schaefer can defend.
Probably really one more opportunity up at 7. I think 0.4, 0.5. Probably a bit too much. Caio now would be starting to think he's okay. He'd be starting to breathe. If he hasn't already.
Done.
As he comes across the line, take the race win from Justin Wood. That is an absolutely cracking effort Don't know how she can be sleeping with this win, mate. That was a good drive. Jeff Sanford home in 3. The third place man on the grid, the gold member himself. He was going to jump in, but obviously he hasn't got here either. And Daniel Schaefer brings it home in 4. Simon Black up 11 spots into 5th. We'll bang it into that button now so it's a bit quieter. Don't want to wake up the wife. We'll turn the sound off. And in 6th place will be Tommy DeWitt as he comes around the corner. He's going to hold off Braden O'Loughlin unless he puts it in the wall here. And I think it'd be a bit more dramatic if he did. I think we're pretty right there. Braden O'Loughlin's going to sneak home in P7, up 6 spots.
Point Phil.
Michael Korolev, remember, he was sitting way down on the grid. He's got himself up into 8th. That is a great drive from Moses himself. Darren Friend is going to come home in 9th. That is a great drive from Friendy. Good to see him definitely getting himself there. And then Brad Grant, he is going to recover him. Good recovery to 10th, I think.
He probably won't be too happy with himself, but that's a really good recovery.
Yeah. And Darren Vermey into 11th. Kevin O'Neill up 16 spots into 12th. That's a good drive from Kevin. Simon Pitt up 5 into 13. Wright up 6 into 14. Dave Holly, Neil Waters already stopped on track. Jeff Eddy, Van Ree, Walden, Morris. There's a name missing, isn't there? Out of the top 20.
Not yours, but I can see it.
The Black in 25th.
Oh, no.
Just saying. So that's chalk went up to me. Mind you, as I said, I'm going to be missing the 2 races, so he's going to have a lot of nights like that between now and the end of the season. Anyway, how many more teeth can we get pulled, Dave?
Come in, I can say that.
Anyway, that is where we are with that one. I haven't got any events after the green flag, so I'm just going to flick back to this, go back to that. I'll lose my order, but of course, the man who is on pole, that didn't really go back to lap 9 anyway. The man who has won was Caio. I think in the chat he wants to thank Justin for a great battle. I know he would love to thank his teammates at We Race. I think you'd be pretty chuffed how Kevin's driving as well. They have done a great job. I think Caio is starting to cement himself with a championship. It's going to take a big effort from here, I think, for someone to knock him off. So that is a great drive from him. The man in P2 is Justin Wood. I am surprised, quite surprised. Hamish isn't in here to speak the sponsors, but of course, you'd like to thank Infinity and the team over there, Hamish Munro and Will Munro. I'd like to thank those lads. He's having an absolute cracker. With that, drove really well. Missed the first couple of races. A little bit unlucky last week with a disconnect. I think the disco really cost him a fair bit because he was up at the pointy end. I can't remember the Infinity sponsors because we've only got the one car in split 4. He'd love to thank those guys, like everything else in the league. And then, of course, Mr. Sanford in P3.
Gold member
The gold member himself. And I know he'd really love to thank Player One. If you need any sim racing gear, go talk to those guys. I know he'd tell you to do that. I know he'd love to thank Neil and the boys at the team. Absolute Blackheart. There we go. We've got to thank Blackheart. Not sure who that is. For Justin. And of course, we have to also make sure that Mr. Sanford gives a shout out to Mr. Waters and the rest of the lads at Player One, like Moser, their stuff products as well. Jeff, big supporter as well. I reckon he'd love to thank Michael Stewart for the split 3, split 4 training that he does on Monday nights. I know Jeff gets involved with that, and he is very, very involved with that in terms of doing the replay and everything else for it. Absolute legend in that sense, Mr. Sanford. Good to see you back at the pointy end. We know you can do it, but you get caught out with a bit of bad luck. One job left, boys. It's the chubby bun drive of the day. I think I'm a little bit partial on that one with Mr. Black.
Yeah.
I think up
Yeah,
11
agree.
spots. 11 spots. No, it's not too often you hear of a rally champion coming onto the tarmac and doing well, but Simon has done that. And where am I? I've lost my... Go back to that one and go to that one, and we'll type the name in here. And that is a great effort from him. I think he'd be pretty chuffed with that as well. Oceanic Sim Racing haven't won too many things in vets, so take this one. Got to click that as well. Where is he hiding on here? There we go. On that one. And Mr. Black, congratulations. You are the Chubby Buns driver of the day. That is a fair effort in itself, mate. That is really good. Great to see you up in high in the top 10. Hopefully you enjoyed the drive. Good to have you back in the seat. Of course, for those who don't know, Simon and Mike, Oceanic Sim Racing, they are the mob that have been behind OSR Dev and, of course, Scops up until last year. They also do the Bathurst 12-hour that they put on. They do some pretty have done some pretty extraordinary stuff, been involved in some pretty extraordinary stuff. They are also both the race controllers for the Pro Series. Two extraordinary gentlemen with a lot of knowledge about iRacing, a lot of knowledge about racing in general. Simon in particular also has a lot of rally knowledge as well. And some of the people they've met and some of the people they've spoken to and some of the things they've done around motorsport are absolutely extraordinary. So you get a chance to have a chat to those guys. Highly recommend it. That is, I think, all the formalities. Let's have a look. Let's have a look at championship points. That is the next one. And we go into the new look. Still haven't applied any drop rounds after 4. Like I said, I'll chuck one in next week. So Mr. Caio Kinzel, our favourite Brazilian, sits in first on 707. Michael Corliff holds second in the championship. Jeff Sanford holds third by himself now with the 666, the devil himself. Tommy DeWitt is in fourth ahead of Rob Baxter, who is sharing the spotlight with Braden O'Loughlin. Remember, the top 5 go up when we get to the end of the season, or at this stage, I think still the top 5. And Brad Grant in 8th, just behind Dave Baldock in 7th. So he's dropped out of the top 3 and dropped out of the promotion zone. We then move in, of course, then in 9th to Kevin O'Neill. Great to see him doing well. Great to see the Weed Race lads as a team performing. Darren Vermey from 1MLT in 10th. That is an awesome effort from him as well. Dave Holly in 11th. Pete Kelleher in 12th. Darren Walden, Craig Rose, Greg Sholton, and Doug Wright all are equal 14th. Pete Morris in 17th. That is great from Pete to be sitting there. 18th, we have Daniel Schaefer. PJ Whitman, Phil sitting in 19th. 20th is Michael Gillespie. Vaughan Robinson is 12th. Dave Logsdale is in 22nd. So Dave showing that being consistent pays off. 23rd is Ernie Toff, Jeff Eady, and Anita Buckland in 25th. So that's where the unofficial championship sits at the moment.
Anyone's game at the moment.
Still anyone's game. KO, though, I think is putting one hand on the trophy already. So it's going to be up to the rest of the lads to step up and have a real crack at it. And we'll see how KO goes, starting to handle the pressure of the championship. Now, next week, we head for 250Ks at Road America. It is an absolute iRacing staple. I think I haven't been there in the Gen 3s. This will be the first time we go there in the Gen 3, so it'll be quite interesting to see how we go. The next thing with it will be also looking at how it all pans out. Of course, with the championship, there's going to be some guys, I think, that are going to be really quick around this place. There's going to be some guys that are going to struggle. And it's going to be an interesting track for us to race at. I can tell you it won't be wet, so that's probably the first thing. Little heads up. After hearing it was going to rain for the Pro Series and it didn't, that was a little bit disappointing. And then hearing some of the stories of the guys doing doing practice for the Pro Series and what the water was like at Canada Corner. Sorry, what the flood was like at Canada Corner. I'm probably glad we're not going up there in the wet. We'll give a subtle hint though. You can all take this any way you want. Rain in Spain is on the plane.
Oh, no.
So you can
Subtle, John, subtle.
No.
So you can all take that any way you want. And that's only a thought process. What would be worse? We'll go to a new track and make it rain? I just don't think that's right. If you know what I mean. Like, I just think it's just a bit harsh to do to everybody. Like, it's one thing to learn a new track, then it's another thing to learn a new track when it's raining. Yeah, so sup regs will get out over the weekend. I think got one set to do this weekend, which is nice. Yeah, I don't think I've really got too much to add, but to thank everybody out in the chat that hung around after we announced that Baldock was not going to be the winner. I'd like to thank our race control in Split 4. I'd like to thank Sean Vandermeulen for dropping in there as well. I think Bruce dropped in and helped as well. I think he was having a week off for various reasons. So I haven't heard much feedback on how Bruce went with it. But I think going in there, sitting in race control, if you are not racing for a week, is not a bad idea. I think when you start to see how they go through and look at everything and how it looks very different when you're sitting in the car, and when you take the red mists and emotions out of it, how they look at it, you start to realise that, when a call comes in, you might think you're right, but when you start to break it down, you're not. So, put a bit of faith in those guys. I did thank everybody in the chat. I want to thank all the drivers. I want to thank all the other guys in race control and the other splits. We've got some extraordinary people doing it this season. Big thank you to Greg Favell and Anthony Visma. They've stepped up into the lead role in the V8 Pro Series as well. Just shows the confidence people have got in our race control that, our guys are being plucked into that level of racing. Want to also big shout out to our committee guys. They do an awesome job. Regis graphics are on point. Carl with the social media is on point. Lock your ears, dial. Jamie being away, he's managed to get setups done, posted out, ready to go. And I think he's done a very good job on that and on point as well. And Stewie for setting up the servers and doing the coaching, and I think all the other lads in there. And my fellow admin guys, thank you as well. Van Loon and myself still mega under the pump, and I think Bruce is getting under the pump, and so is DC. So we're all, between the four of us, we're all flat knack. But we're still getting the job done. Over 40s, I will put an announcement out later this weekend where we're at with that. When I last looked, we were still sitting on about 13 or 14 drivers, so we've got to make a decision whether we do this or not. Yeah, so we'll see where we go. I think we need at least 20 odd drivers to make it viable as something that we do. No, it's a free thing we do, boys. We've done it for the over 50s. We've done it for the over 60s. It was a great event. It worked really well. But as someone did point out to me, Vets is actually being number one in Vets as being the over 40s champion. So we'll work that one out another date. We'll get closer to that. I really want to thank Mr. Slater for coming in. Great to have you in, Sean. I hope you're feeling a bit better. Mr. Watson, the ungodly hour of 1 o'clock in the morning over the ditch. Thank you very much.
All good.
Mr. Dial, always a regular. And Mr. Vcock for dropping in. Great to have you in, mate. And, of course, if you ever go back to Sebring, you'll get the call up for the safety car.
And it goes without saying, John, a big thank you to you, John, for this broadcast every Friday night, mate. I'm sure we all enjoy showing up for it, so appreciate it.
No worries, Sean.
Just make it the Porsche for the safety car, too.
Put him back in the legacy Porsche now.
Yeah.
I reckon next time we go to Sebring, just a little hot tip for everybody, it will be sunset at sunset. We've got to do it. Anyway,
Yeah.
on that note, got to wrap this one up. Chalk this one in the book. Got no idea what number it is. I've done quite a few of these. And I will see everybody again next week. And hopefully Dave Baldock will have another teeth pulled. Thanks for watching.
Introducing the RaceKraft PT1, custom-built full chassis racing simulator. The design project, codenamed The Cage, an 80/40 extrusion chassis sitting on top of a Sigma Integrale DK2 Plus 4-point full motion actuator system. No compromises in the cockpit of the PT1 simulator. To maximize the experience, we start with the 49-inch ultra-wide monitor for the greatest field of view in a small footprint of the simulator, down to the SimuCube wheelbase that's tucked up and behind the monitors with SimCore extensions to get things out of the driving area. Everything is connected to a Cube Controls GTX steering wheel with the built-in dash and all the extra button functions available at your fingertips. Driving through the Raceworks S1 pedals, the potentiometer throttle and the 2 hydraulic pedals for brake and clutch ensures you maximize the feel underfoot, and seating yourself into an OMP HTER bucket racing seat with OMP belts connected to a G-belt tensioner to provide that extra feeling and the heightened experience while you're driving. Additional interfaces and accessories in the PT1, we have twin butt kickers, one on either side of the OMP seat, as well as a Jinx sequential shifter, the SimPush Race Logic timer to the left-hand side, a RaceKraft built-in WinSim kit with Philips Hue lighting and a built-in soundbar, plus the OMP side net to finish off the experience in the PT1. The RaceKraft PT1, build number 1, the ultimate in sim racing experience, combining the best products in the market with the passionate, no compromise approach that goes beyond racing simulation.